Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm from Amanda Crochets, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this easy and fun waffle stitch hot pad. This is a double thick hot pad that could be easily customized to be any color, or if you want to make this in any size you can make this smaller or bigger by just following the chain multiple. Like I said, this is a double thick hot pad, so it's going to be nice and thick and chunky, and I really like the texture on this a lot, and this works up super quickly. You can make this in any color, and I know that the holiday season is coming up, so you can make this in red and green and white and give this away as a set for a holiday gift, or you can make this in any color that matches your kitchen decor. The options are really up to you. So let's get started on making this easy and quick waffle stitch hot pad. Okay, so for today's tutorial you're going to need one skein of cotton yarn, and I'm using Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, and this is 100% cotton. It's a 3.5 ounce skein, or 100 grams. It is 180 yards or 165 meters. And the color that I'm going to be using today is taupe. Again, you can use whatever color you would like. And the recommended hook size is a US I9 or 5.5 millimeter, and this is a worsted weight yarn. Now when you're working these hot pads, you want to make sure that you're using 100% cotton yarn, as this will help absorb the heat a little bit more than the acrylic yarns. And then I'm also using a size H or 5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm going down a little bit because I want to make this a little bit thicker, and I'm using a slightly different hook today than my normal Clover and More hooks. I'm using the Furls crochet hook today. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start our hot pad. And I forgot to mention that the finished size of the hot pad is 8 inches by 8 inches, so a nice square hot pad. Again, if you wanted to change the sizing of it, you can do that by changing the chain multiple. So for the waffle stitch hot pad, you're going to need to make a chain that is any multiple of 3 plus 2. That means you're going to take any number times 3, and once you are satisfied with your width of your project, you're going to go ahead and add 2 more chains to the very end. So I'm going to be doing 9 times 3, which is 27, plus 2 for a total of 29 chains for my hot pad. And then again, if you wanted to change the size, any multiple of 3 plus 2. So to make a chain, yarn over your hook and pull through. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue until you have a total of 29 chains. Okay, once you have your 29 chains, we can go ahead and begin row 1. For row 1, you're going to make 1 double crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook. So that loop on your hook does not count. You're going to count 3 chains. So 1, 2, and 3. And in that 3rd chain, you're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that 3rd chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And that is your double crochet. Next, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the chains across. So again, yarn over your hook, find that next chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the chains across. Now if you are a beginner, for that very first double crochet that you made, go ahead and insert a stitch marker, so then that way you know what the beginning of your row looks like. So I'm going to continue making 1 double crochet across the length of my chain, and I will meet back up with you and show you how to make row 2. Okay, so here is what your first row is going to look like with all those double crochets. So to move on to row 2, you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. For row 2, you're going to work a double crochet into that very first double crochet from the previous row. And again, to start and end your rows, in the very first stitch and the very last stitch of each row, go ahead and place those stitch markers, and as you keep making more rows, move your stitch markers up, and that will help keep your ends very straight. So after you chain 1, you're going to work 1 double crochet into that very first stitch. So that stitch is going to be right here. Again, you're just going to insert your hook and make that double crochet. Okay, next we're going to start our waffle stitch. So you're going to go into that next stitch and make a front post double crochet. So to make a front post, you're going to yarn over your hook. You're going to find that next stitch, and instead of going in the top, you're going to go around the post. So you're going to go from the right to the left. You're going to go underneath that post of the stitch so it pops up over your crochet hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then this way your stitch pops out towards the front. In the next 2 stitches, you're going to work 1 double crochet, but this time you're going to work in the tops of those stitches. So in the next 2 stitches, you're going to work as normal in the tops of those double crochets. So 1 and 2. Next, you're going to work 1 front post double crochet into the next stitch. So again, yarn over your hook. You're going to work around, going from the right to the left underneath that post, and make sure that post of the stitch is popping on top of your crochet hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that completes your first waffle. Now when you make more rows, you'll be able to see the design a little bit more, but that's just what the start of your waffle is going to look like. So you're going to repeat this across. So in the next 2 stitches, you're going to make 1 double crochet in the tops of those stitches, and then in the stitch after that, you're going to go ahead and make 1 front post double crochet. You're going to repeat this all the way across until you have the remaining stitch. So I'll show you this one more time. You're going to work in the tops of the next 2 stitches, working a double crochet. So 1 and 2. In the next stitch after that, you're going to work a front post double crochet. So yarn over your hook, insert your hook right to left with that post of the stitch on top of your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so you're going to repeat that all the way down, and I will stop towards the end to show you how to end this row. Okay, so I'm coming up towards the end of the row, so I have 2 stitches remaining. So for that the second to last stitch, you're going to make a front post double crochet. And in that very last stitch, which is going to be right here, you're going to make a regular double crochet in the top of that stitch. And then this is what your hot pad is going to look like with that waffle stitch. Again, as you make more rows, you'll be able to see the pattern design a little bit more. So to move on to row 3, you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn. You're going to work a double crochet into that very first stitch. So the stitch right here, you're going to go ahead and work a double crochet. In that next stitch, you're going to work 1 double crochet. So when you're working your regular double crochets, you're always going to go in the top of those stitches. The only time you're going to go around the post is when you're working a front post double crochet. Otherwise, you're always going to be working in the tops of those double crochet stitches. So in the first 2 stitches, you're going to make 1 double crochet. In the next 2 stitches, you're going to be working 1 front post double crochet. So again, yarn over your hook, insert your hook around the post from right to left with that post on top of your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over your hook, insert your hook from right to left with that post on top of your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so this is going to start our repeat. So in the next stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet. In the next 2 stitches, you're going to make 1 front post double crochet. So we are working the back of our hot pad, and this is really going to help make those waffle stitches on the other side pop out. So you're just going to repeat this all the way across until you have 2 stitches remaining. So in the next stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet. In the next 2 stitches, make 1 front post double crochet, and then repeat that again. 1 double crochet, 2, 1 front post double crochet in the next 2. So repeat that across until you have 2 stitches remaining, and I will show you how to end row 3. Okay, so I just worked my final 2 stitches, so that is going to be 2 front post double crochets, and I still have 2 stitches remaining. In those final 2 stitches, you're going to make 1 double crochet in each of those stitches. Okay, so here is what the back of your hot pad is going to look like. To move on to the next row, you're going to chain 1 and turn. And you can see your waffle stitch forming a little bit more here. So for this hot pad, you're going to go ahead and repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over again for a total of 18 rows. And you're going to end on a row 2 row. So if you look here, we have 3 rows, and with the row 3 row, you don't really have a nice definition of your stitch. So what I mean by ending on a row 2 row is you're going to make it so it looks a little bit more neat and more waffle-like. So go ahead and repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over for a total of 18 rows. Once you have 18 rows, I will go ahead and show you what to do next. You are going to make 2 of these hot pad panels, and we're going to go ahead and crochet them together. So go ahead and make 2 panels, and I will meet back up with you and show you how to crochet them together. Okay, so I finished my hot pad panels, and I have the 2 of them. I cut the yarn off and made my slip knot to tie it together. And then for the second panel, I still have attached to my yarn skein. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them together. So you want to make sure you have the waffle side up facing you. So for the one panel, you're going to flip it over, and then for the other panel, you're just going to place it on top, and you're going to match up the sides of your hot pads so that way they're together. And you're going to go ahead and chain one, and we're going to be working along the side of our hot pad first. So go ahead and flip your hot pad, and now we're just going to be working in the stitches along the side, and you're just going to be crocheting along both of them. So this might be a little bit tricky, but all you're going to do is you're going to just work in that last end row stitch right there, and you're going to find the one directly across from it, and you're just going to go ahead and make a single crochet. And you're just going to try and make this along the side of your hot pad, and again you're just going to make one single crochet in these stitches along the side, and you're just going to try and make it as even as possible by going in the stitches directly across from one another. So find those stitches across from one another and just make your single crochets. Definitely take your time with this. So make one single crochet in each of the stitches along the side of your hot pad, and I will meet up with you and show you how to make the first corner. Okay, so I'm coming up on my first corner, and I forgot to mention that I did not weave my ends in. I am simply just going to tuck them inside my hot pad, and you will not be able to see them. If you do feel like you want to weave those ends in, feel free. You can do it either way. So now that we're at our first corner, you're just going to find your corner of each hot pad, and you're going to make 3 single crochets all in that corner space, and that will give your hot pad a nice rounded look. Okay, so you're going to flip it over, and you're going to be working along the bottom of your hot pad, and again you're just going to be going into the stitches from one hot pad to the next, combining them and making a single crochet. And you're going to be doing this for the remainder of your waffle stitch hot pad. So you're going to work one single crochet across the bottom, 3 single crochets in the corner, 1 single crochet along the side. When you get to the top, you're going to work 1 single crochet along the top. I will show you how to finish off this corner, as well as add a hanging loop if you are interested in doing that. So go ahead and make 1 single crochet along the sides and tops and bottom of your hot pad with 3 single crochets in each corner, and I will show you how to end the hot pad. Okay, so I have my last corner to go. We already made 1 single crochet, so in that corner you're just going to go ahead and make 2 more single crochets. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make my hanging loop. So for my hanging loop, I just went ahead and chained 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I'm just going to go right here in that first stitch made and make a slip stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, and pull that yarn through the stitch as well as the chain. Then you're going to go ahead and cut a tail And you're going to leave a little bit of a long tail so you can weave it in, and then I just yarn over and pull through and then tighten. So now you have that hanging loop. Now if you do not want to make the hanging loop, you don't have to. After you make those 2 single crochets, you're just going to slip stitch into that very first single crochet that you made. So here is what the hot pad looks like, and again you're going to be weaving in your ends, don't worry about that. So here is what the finished hot pad looks like. Again, it's a very textured and chunky stitch. It's a very thick hot pad, so you can lay your pots and pans over it and not worrying about ruining your table or countertop. You can make this in many different colors. You can change up the sizing as I mentioned earlier in the video. So thank you so much for joining me today on learning how to make the waffle stitch hot pad. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see all future videos by me. And as always, happy crocheting! Bye!